everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing amazing as always. So today's video is going to be quite exciting, something I haven't really sort of done before on my channel, I don't think. Of course it's another food challenge because, you know, I love my food challenges, and I mean, I wouldn't really say this was a challenge, but it's going to be very interesting. So yes, as you can see from the title, today I am only going to be eating the cheapest food from the supermarkets. So before we get into this video, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's just get into this video. Okay, yes, so today's video is going to be eating cheapest food. So I went to the supermarket yesterday and I got some breakfast stuff, lunch stuff and some dinner stuff, and just, yeah, got what was the cheapest there. This is, I'm quite excited for this video because it, you know, it shows that you can eat on a budget. You don't have to shop for the most expensive stuff, and especially now at the crisis we're in, you know, where everything's going up now, it does show you can still eat well for less, and that is what I'm going to show you in today's video. So it's not really like a challenge, but you know, it's going to, like I said, it's going to be intriguing. Anyway, so yes, it is breakfast now, and for breakfast I'm going to be having some cereal. Okay, yes, so I went to Sainsbury's yesterday and I just went to the cereal aisle and I literally just looked at all the prices, and whatever the cheapest was I got. Reason why I'm having cereals because that's what I normally have for breakfast. I always just go for cereal just because it's easy, it's not doing this quick, and yeah, I normally go for Craves, and it was quite interesting because I looked at the prices, and actually Craves was more expensive than all the other cereals they had there. So maybe I need to change that. Okay, so yeah, so I looked at the cheapest, and of course the cheapest was obviously Sainsbury's own brand, and that, so this is the Choco Rice Pops. So it's kind of like their take on, you know, Cocoa Pops, and which I don't mind because I really like Cocoa Pops. I used to always have that for breakfast. Yeah, I used to always have Cocoa Pops. So this is going to be interesting to what this tastes like. I also remember watching the show, funny enough, Eat Well for Less, where they swap out they swap out like brands with like home brands. And they're like, you just can't taste the difference. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see because whether I'll be able to taste the difference or not, and maybe I will go for these in the future. So yeah, I'm just gonna have this with just like normal milk. I wasn't gonna bother just buying the cheapest milk because milk is kind of cheap anyway. So yeah, so I'm just gonna pour myself a bowl and I'll let you know the verdicts. Oh yeah, also this was 90p, 90p. So very, very on the cheap side. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so I have got my bowl of cereal here. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, it's just like a bowl of Cocoa Pops, like you've probably already seen before if you've had it. And yeah, it literally doesn't, like, if I ever had, I think I did a video like this before actually, where I did a couple of years ago. I did Mum and I did branded versus unbranded food. I don't know if we did Cocoa Pops, but we definitely did some sort of cereal. But honestly, if you just put like a bowl of Cocoa Pops in front of me, like normal Kellogg's Cocoa Pops and those, and then this one, I mean, they just look exactly the same. I wouldn't know any different, but the taste obviously indicates it. So I'm gonna give it a good try now. I love it with loads of milk as well. I don't know about you guys, but I always have to have my cereal with like loads of milk, and then I like to drink like the chocolate milk afterwards. I don't normally like milk on its own, but it's chocolate milk, so you know. Anyway, we'll give it a good taste test now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, I can sort of taste a little bit of a difference, but honestly, like, overall it literally does just taste like Kellogg's Cocoa Pops. So I'm literally not complaining because I love my Cocoa Pops, and yeah, that literally doesn't taste bad at all. Like honestly, if we did like a blind test, I would hands down think this was Kellogg's Cocoa Pops. So which is really interesting. And there you go, like I said, this was literally only 90p. 90p. I mean, of course you could probably get some cheaper cereals somewhere else, but the supermarket I went to was Sainsbury's, so closest one to me in my area. That was relatively cheap as well. So yeah, I mean, it's actually quite nice. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy this now for my breakfast, and I will see you when it's lunchtime. Okay, so it's now lunchtime, and basically yesterday when I went to the supermarket, I kind of just like searched up like easy recipes for lunch, because I don't normally like cook much for lunch. I normally just have a sandwich. So I looked up like sandwich recipes, and I came up with this one. It's called like a I will get it 1 minute. A panuozzo sandwich. Never heard of it before, but it kind of just looks like it's like a baguette, sort of this sort of picture. So I thought I'd make that. Obviously, all my ingredients that I'm using are the cheapest of all the options they had, like of it, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna make that. Let's hope it goes well. This recipe does say about making the bread on its own, like from scratch, but I'm not gonna do that. And I looked at the picture and it literally looked like a baguette. So I got a baguette, just a small one, and I think this literally costs like 90p. Well, how much did the baguette cost? 55p. This literally costs 55p. There was obviously more expensive ones, which was posher ones, but yeah, it's literally just a by Sainsbury's baguettine. So yeah, so gonna have this, and then I'm gonna have it with ham. Again, Sainsbury's own breaded ham slices. This was again, I'll put it on the screen, £1.95, so obviously a bit more expensive than the bread, but it's gonna be, but cheapest option. And then I'm going to have it with Cathedral City slices, which I'm really happy about because I don't normally like to have cheese in stuff. I'm not really a big cheese fan, but I only really like cheddar cheese. So when I saw that this was literally the cheapest option, and it's already sliced, which is really good because I have got Cathedral City cheese in the fridge already, but it's handy because this is literally already sliced. This was literally... I mean, a bit more expensive, but £2.65. But this was literally like the cheapest option of all the cheeses, and I don't really like other cheeses, so you know, pretty happy about that. I then got Rockets, which was £1, so very good. And then I've just got these classic round tomatoes, which was 95p. So all in all, a very cheap and also very healthy lunch, which is what I don't normally have. Oh, and I also bought some crisps. Let me just grab that. Got some crisps. Again, I looked at the cheapest options for that, and it's literally obviously Sainsbury's own bacon crispy. So I'm going to try these. I like bacon, so crisps as well, obviously. So pretty sure I like that. So yeah, I thought I'd just have this sandwich with these crisps and try it out for you. These crisps was £1.15, £1.15. So very good. So yeah, very healthy lunch. I'm just going to make that now, and then I will give you my review. Also, I've just put a hoodie on because this weather, I mean, it's meant to be really hot. It's quite chilly out. It's a very grey day today, so I've literally, for the first time in a while, had to put a hoodie on, so love that. Anyway. Okay, so back in my usual space where I normally have my food, and as you just seen, I've just made my sandwich. It didn't quite go to how I wanted it to look really nice, and I think what went wrong was the tomatoes, because I can't really cut tomatoes very well. I'm learning, guys. Okay, I'm learning my chefing skills. Okay, but I really wanted to have like those tomato slices, but I just couldn't figure out how to cut it. But we make do. So yeah, so I've got my lunch here. Actually looks, not gonna lie, it looks really nice. Got my crisps and my sandwich. So I'm gonna give it a good old go. And let's hope it look, I don't know if you could see, but it sort of looks like this. So I'm actually not too disappointed about it, how this actually turned out. Like it could have turned out a lot worse. But it's good. I don't know which side to go. I'm gonna do this side. I'll probably get a bit of bread first. I'll probably, it's a bit weird, I'm going to do it like this from this side, I think. It's actually not too bad. I would say though, this bread is quite tough, and when I was there looking at the breads, like obviously the more expensive bread would be much more softer. And I touched that, not touched the bread obviously, but touched the packet, and you can tell it's definitely much more softer than the more expensive ones. But, I mean, other than that, it's not too bad. The cheese is really nice, tomatoes are really nice, obviously rocket's really nice. I'm going to try to go from the middle, because that's where most of the ingredients are. I know it's a bit weird that I'm eating it like this, but I don't really want to try from the end, so I wanted to get all the ingredients in. I mean, I made a mess. It's just, this bread is so tough. Like, I literally thought my tooth was literally about to fall out then. But the whole sandwich is actually really nice. So, I mean, I know everything literally just flew out, but okay, I'm now just going to try some of the crisps as well. So they just look like that. I'm sure you've seen them before. I don't think I've had these before. I may have, but I can't remember what it tastes like, so. Not too bad actually. I don't think what they like taste like, that would remind me of. But yeah, it just kind of like reminds me of like, you know, like when you go to, like when you're younger, like you go to like a 4-year-old party and stuff, and it's sort of like that sort of party food, you know, with like the rings and stuff, and you know, like the popcorn and like these crisps and like the finger sandwiches. Sort of these crisps sort of remind me of that, which makes sense because, you know, party on a budget, you know what I mean, when you've got a younger and you don't really want to spend loads of money. So no, it's actually quite a good lunch, and like I said, literally so expensive. I don't really know in total. I'll try and work it out, and I'll probably put the price of it on the screen now of what this whole lunch costs. But it's going to be really low, and you know, it will fill me up as well. It's very like the consistency is really good. Like, you know, it'll fill me up. So yeah, I'm going to give this a thumbs up. Just the bread is a little bit tough, but obviously the ham is really good. Tomatoes obviously really nice, and the rocket obviously is, and the and the ham is good. Cheese is good. I think I already said that. But it's just the bread. It's just a little bit on the tough side, just for me. So I'll probably be getting much more softer bread, but I mean that even costs only like probably £1 or more or something like that. So. Which isn't too bad really. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to eat this now, enjoy this, and I'll see you for dinner. Okay, so it is now dinner time, and I'm actually really hungry, which is obviously perfect because it's dinner time now. And I thought I'd make some sort of pasta, because when I was around Sainsbury's, there was like a lot of pasta options, so I thought what I'd do is I'd look at like the cheapest pasta there is, and then kind of go from there. So yeah, the cheapest one that's at Sainsbury's was penne pasta, which, not gonna lie, is my favourite pasta dish. I was quite happy about that. To be fair, I think all of them were of like a similar price or the same price, so I did choose my favourite. But I'll put the price of it because I've seemed to have lost the receipt, so I can't actually tell you how much it was, but I think it was like around the pound bracket, but I'll put it on the screen anyway. So I just kind of searched up easy recipes and I just came across this one, penne with tomato sauce. I mean, it's really basic. I'm going to add some extra ingredients in. I'm going to add the rocket from earlier, and I might just add some grated cheese. We've got some cheese in the fridge, but I know that it's Cathedral City and it was the cheapest there anyway, because I think I remember seeing it, so I can assure you it was cheap. So I'm just going to add some grated cheese on top of it. So it gives a bit more of a substance rather than just having plain tomato pasta. So yeah, so I've got my penne pasta here. I've got some tomato sauce, and got some onions as well. And there are some other ingredients as well, like garlic cloves, stuff like that. So I'm going to make that quickly now. I am quite excited because pasta is literally like my heart. Yeah, pizza, pasta, like I swear I should have been half Italian then half Greek. You know, I love Italian food. But yeah, so I'm really excited. Getting quite healthy, which is really good. And yeah, so let's just get into it.
That painting, the grey one that's was in the... business statement, I think reassures and helps us to see that.
You know, our home this week.
Really parliamentary cheerleaders who face the possible humiliation of and now it's back to Cambridge for electric car batteries. He doesn't want to paint the bathroom so he knows what we're doing.
Not much. Okay, so I'm just filming on my phone just because my my battery has died. But this is like the finishing product. I'm really proud of it. So I put a bit of cheese on it. I kind of went off recipe, but I'd still used all like the same ingredients. I also used pesto because I got my wires crossed. And but pesto was definitely cheap because I bought that yesterday. Again, I'll put the price on the screen, and then also tomato sauce, which I know is cheap anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a taste test and I'll let you guys know what I think. Okay, sorry for the really bad angle. You actually cannot see my food at all, but you know what it looks like. Looks like she's just in it. I'm just gonna give it a good old taste test now. This is my first time actually like cooking pasta on my own, on its own as well. No, on my own, yeah. So yeah, let's give it a good old go. Yeah, that's really good. Cheese and everything. I'm gonna try and get more in the middle. I also put onion in it, the recipe said, so I think I've got a little bit of everything in this now, so yeah, really good. Again, so cheap, everything is so cheap, and it just goes to show, like, again, sorry, just goes to show like you can eat well for less. Also, please excuse the way I look. I've just had a makeup free day today and my hair is literally like a beehive. I just had one of those sort of lazy days. But yeah, it just shows you can eat well for less, and you know, you can make good dinners with cheap products. You don't need to buy these expensive products and that. So yeah, I'm gonna finish eating this and I will catch you. Actually no, I'm gonna end my video here. So yeah, I'm gonna end my video here. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I don't know where I'm looking, by the way, so I hope anyway. Hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it. It's been very interesting. I've fully enjoyed it, and I am going to be doing these sort of meals more frequently, I think, and it won't be costing much, which is even better. So yeah, so it just goes to show, like, you know, you can go to the supermarket, any supermarket, and just buy cheap products, and it still makes amazing dinners and lunches and breakfasts, like you've seen in this video. So yeah, all in all, I've really enjoyed today. It's been very interesting, and yeah, anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall see you next Tuesday, or yeah, next Tuesday for a brand new video. Love you lots.